cares about yesterday anyways? What would she say about your courage, your determination, your drive, your hunger? Are you laughing? When's the last time you laughed so hard that you literally cried? Or better yet, girls, peed your pants. We are girls. So getting your girl back really starts with your head. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you are exactly who you think you are. And I'm going to show you this in another light because you will totally get it. Excuse me, men, but you're going to understand this. You can either love your husband or you can hate your husband. It all depends on what you're thinking up here, right? So some days you're going to look at your husband and you're going to go, hello? There's like 5 loads of laundry sitting in the laundry room. Do you not see it? Hello, underwear do not clean themselves. They don't get in the drawers. And then he tries to help you do the laundry. And you're like, don't touch, why are you doing the laundry? You didn't fold it right. You didn't put it in the right place. What are you doing? You never help me. I'm exhausted. I'm trying to take care of everything. Such a freaking jerk. Such a jerk. He doesn't understand. I'm trying to raise the kids. I'm trying to run a business. I'm trying to clean this house. I'm trying to feed our family. You're such a jerk. Look at him over there, watching TV.
Playing Xbox.
Must be nice. And then the kids run in, and who do they always love most?
Daddy!
Now, sometimes we come in and we go, oh, look at him with the kids. He's tickle monster. So awesome with the kids. Oh, so gorgeous. Look at him. Wow. He's losing weight. He's looking good. Is that girl just hitting on my husband? He's gorgeous. That's the guy I fell in love with. What are the differences in those two scenarios? It's freaking just the way we're thinking at that moment, right? That's it. He is what we say he is at that moment. And if you're single, apply this to your boyfriend or your past boyfriend or whomever. Most of us have been in some sort of relationship other than my 11-year-old daughter that's here. Hopefully. So think about your mindset. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We can think something to the point that we think it's true. And we do this most often about ourselves. We look in the mirror and we see what we don't like. We're actually decent, but we call ourselves fat. We look good and we say we look old, right? We should be confident and we don't feel confident. There's all these self-limiting barriers that we tend to put on ourselves. And some of the biggest ones happen when we're in business. We look around and we see other people who are so successful and we think, oh, I want that. And then that little other guy comes in there and starts going, yeah, but you'll never have that. That's for her. Yeah, she got lucky anyways. We don't think that the great things are meant for us. And typically we don't think that because we have some kind of handcuff from the past of guilt or bad programming from either your childhood or something somebody said to you in college that suddenly paralyzed you. It could have been last year. And so all of a sudden we start to have these handcuffs that get wrapped around you like a straitjacket, and we don't think that we can ever really achieve our full dreams. Some people in this room don't have that problem at all. But unfortunately, that's why there's usually that top 10% that are rock stars. Everybody in this room has an equal opportunity to be, is it called a black presenter? Everybody in this room, there is nothing separating one of you from the other. That's the cool thing about success. You have to believe this though. And I tell you that because I'm kind of the girl, and I don't go into my past, but I'm the girl that shouldn't be up here, let's just put it that way. I was the one that was expected to go nowhere, never leave her town, probably be pregnant by 16, I'm sure some people thought, right? Because I didn't always have a place to live, didn't have good family support, sometimes didn't have electricity, but you know what my mom gave me? Was the gift of the mind. Every day she would wake up and say, you can do anything you put your mind to, don't you ever doubt it. At 16, she was putting the power of positive thinking in my hand, and I'd give it back to her. I'm like, I don't want to read this. And she'd give it back to me. I don't want to read that. What are you doing? I'm a cheerleader. Like, I'm in high school. I got a boyfriend. But one day things got so bad, I said, give me that book. And that book changed my life. And at a very early age, I learned that you are what you think you are. And if you don't like something about yourself, just change it. And I know that it sounds kind of easy, but that's the grand thing that I finally understand at the age of 44. It actually is easy. We're the people that make it difficult because we start loading all that crap into our minds. It's a bunch of lies. Ask, you shall receive. You want it, go get it. If you fail, get back up and keep on going, right? That's all you have to do. So I'm going to show you how to get your girl back today. And the only way you won't get her back is if you don't want her back. And the husbands in the room, trust me, you want her back, okay? She's fun, she's sassy, she's spontaneous, and there's nothing she can't do. We're going to talk about the woman there soon, because she's pretty awesome too, okay? So there's a few ways to get your girl back. One is you have to define what your all is. I'm a writer, and I do a lot of blogging, and I've been seeing all this controversy. Women get very catty over the words, you can have it all. Some women, if you tell them they can't have it all, oh my gosh, you're going to get like chopped up, right? And then some women say, but you can't have it all. All I'm saying is let's all get along. You can have your all. And maybe you can have it all, but since nobody can define it, how would we know if we ever got there? We're striving for something that simply isn't achievable. No one knows what it is. So first of all, I'm going to challenge you during this session to think about what your all is. And I don't want you to think about what your mother would think about your all, because as women, we tend to like let our parents slip into our thoughts. What your spouse says your all should be, your best friend, your upline. This is you and you alone, because this is your life, and it's going to affect your family, but this is about your journey right now. What is your all? The second thing is, I don't want you to be a realist. You need to be a dreamer. Your girl, in most cases, was a big dreamer who would look at things and think, I can do that. And she really believed it. Until one day somebody came along and said something like, you're not good enough for that. And it's hard to believe that other human beings would actually say that to other people, but I hear about it all the time. It's the words that steal our joy. It's cruel words that steal our belief and our confidence in ourselves. And I would say in 9 out of 10 cases of women that lost their girl, and men who've lost their mojo, that's exactly what happened. Someone told them they couldn't do it, and they believed the lie. So I want you to be a dreamer, and I don't want you to worry about how you're going to do it. The biggest thing that stops people in their tracks is they start getting obsessed with, well, how am I going to be a black presenter? How am I going to be the one on stage next year presenting? How am I going to have a downline of 200 people? Who cares? Don't worry about how. Decide what it is you want. Think huge. Set your mind to it, and life will start to bring you the tools, the resources, the ideas, the people. Life will deliver to you absolutely everything you need to make your life a reality, that dream that you have. What you need to do is fill it with confidence and belief. That's the rocket fuel that's going to get you there faster. The longer you doubt yourself and your work, the longer it's going to take you to get there. I've always faked it till I made it in every situation of my life, and believe me, that principle actually works, right? So if you have to do that, you fake it, you act like you're a black presenter until you get there. Just start already acting like you are one, and your mind will catch up. And then just decide. So many of us, we go back and forth. Well, I want to be that black presenter or that purple. Oh, my heel's stuck in this. There we go. Sorry. Another life of a girl, your heels always get stuck in those little holes. Or a purple presenter, right? And then we think, well, not really, because how am I going to do that with the kids? And, when am I going to have time? And I don't know. So we start to talk ourselves out of our dreams. We start to rationalize why we don't want to do this, because it's easier to rationalize and talk ourselves down than to really get out there and make it happen. So you need to decide in this room today, what do you really want? Because until you decide what you want, you are never going to get it. That is another law of success. You have to decide, and you have to own it. Okay? I'm going to show you this in real time. So this is one page from my dream journal. I wrote this probably when I was about 23 years old. I will fulfill my dream of being a motivational speaker. I'll help others to become the best they can be. I'll also continue to read and grow from the master motivators of the world. I wasn't even married to Dave yet. I had no kids. I was young. Actually, at this time, I was waiting tables by night. I was selling life insurance and failing by day. We were eating ramen noodles. I think my car had just been repossessed. It was not a good time. So for those of you that think, well, not for me, and if I write it down, then I'm just gonna feel like a failure if I don't hit it. Don't even let that come into your mind. The minute that comes into your mind, say that's okay, because I am gonna hit it. You have to face the bully, and every time that fear comes to you, you gotta punch it down with better words of what you can do. Keep your focus on what you can do, know how to do, want, and ignore what you don't want, can't do. Because for 20 years, I pursued this dream. That's why I'm here today. My girl put me here. She came up with the dreams that the woman I am today is getting to live. She created this life that I never even imagined I could possibly have for myself, but the first step was just to write it down and dream. And if you don't know what you want, because you're kind of, I don't know, and you're so busy, you've never had time to work on your life because you're always working in your life, get a dream journal. And start looking in magazines and cutting out images that speak to your soul. Words that you like. Glue them into your journal, just like you used to do when you were a young girl, and you'd write your letters and you'd doodle and you'd send notes to your friends in class. Do that, because your soul will start to speak to you. If you looked at any of my 4 journals, it's all travel, like I want to see the world. There's very consistent themes in every one. And after about my 2nd journal, I was like, wow, that's what I love, is to learn, to grow cultures, to experience things I've never seen before. I love to travel, I love to experience new things. So then I started really putting my focus on making those things happen. Your journaling will lead you to where you're supposed to go. And teach this to your children so they can learn young. We don't want them to be 25, 28, still confused. Help them learn early.